It is the political clapback that has completely silenced the rumor mill and exposed the dirty underbelly of the opposition politics fighting against the current administration in Abia State. And if you have been following the whirlwind of speculation around Governor Alex Otti's recent movements, you need to pay very close attention to this explosive update. The headline is not just a denial. It is a full-scale demolition of a narrative that was designed to paint the governor as a traitor to the Labour Party and a man using the plight of Nnamdi Kanu for selfish political gain. Today, Thursday, December 4th, 2025, the Abia State Government has officially cleared the air, stating categorically, "I met TINUBU over Nnamdi Kanu, not planned defection to APC." But they didn't stop there. They have unmasked the face behind the rumors, a man they described as traumatized by obscurity, and they have laid bare the petty grievances regarding a cocoa plantation and a rejected job application that sparked this entire controversy. We are diving deep into the official statement released by Ferdinand Ekeoma, the special advisor to the governor on media and publicity, which serves as a scorching rebuttal to Chief Charles Ogbonna, a former commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs. The narrative being pushed by Ogbonna and his cohorts was dangerous. It claimed that Governor Alex Otti's historic visit to the Sokoto Correctional Center on Sunday, November 30, 2025, was merely a smokescreen, a prelude to a secret meeting in Aso Rock, where the real agenda was defecting to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. This accusation strikes at the very heart of the governor's integrity, implying that he would monetize the suffering of the IPOB leader for a 2027 ticket. However, the government's response has dismantled this accusation piece by piece, revealing that the meeting with President Bola Tinubu was positive, fruitful, and entirely focused on the release of Nnamdi Kanu, a mission Governor Alex Otti has been quietly pursuing for over 2 years. Let's get into the gritty details of this political warfare, because it reveals so much about the state of affairs in Abia. The government describes the attacks from Chief Charles Ogbonna as unprovoked verbal venom and vituperation. They claim they had chosen to ignore him initially, attributing his outburst to the trauma of losing political relevance after the 2023 general election, a defeat that plunged him and his party into what they call obscurity. But because the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is involved, a matter of life and death, and national security, the governor's team felt compelled to set the record straight. They confirmed that the meeting with President Bola Tinubu was a direct continuation of the visit to the Sokoto Correctional Center. It wasn't a separate selfish agenda. It was the second leg of a coordinated strategy to secure freedom for the IPOB leader. The statement reveals that the president was gracious and generous during this meeting, which contradicts the rumors of friction or political bargaining for defecting. The government insists that Kanu was the only subject matter on the table, silencing those who claimed Otti went to beg for an APC membership card. If you are enjoying this breakdown of the political drama, and you want to keep getting the truth behind the headlines without the propaganda, please take a second right now to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, because we dig deeper than the rest to bring you the facts. Now let's look at how the government addressed the specific claim of defection. They didn't just deny it, they mocked it. They described the allegation that Governor Otti went to lobby to join the APC as petty, ignoble, laughable, and very irresponsible. In a moment of supreme political confidence, the statement declared that Governor Otti does not need to lobby anyone to join any party. They stated that if the governor chose to join any party today, they would roll out the drums and red carpet to welcome him with joy and excitement. This is a powerful assertion of the governor's value. They are telling Chief Ogbonna and his sponsors that Otti is an asset, not a liability, and that APC leaders are the ones appealing to him, not the other way around. This flips the script entirely, portraying Otti as the beautiful bride of Nigerian politics rather than a desperate defector. But the most scandalous part of this rebuttal is the revelation of why Chief Ogbonna is so angry. This is the tea that has everyone talking. The government decided to expose the genesis of Ogbonna's aggression, and it boils down to personal loss and entitlement. The statement reveals that during his time in government, Chief Ogbonna acquired the agbozu Cocoa Plantation. However, the current administration under Governor Otti decided to reclaim this plantation because it was yielding nothing to the state. In a display of what they call government with a human face, Governor Otti approved the compensation package for Ogbonna, even though the government felt he didn't strictly deserve it. Ogbonna was reportedly excited and full of thanks for this money. But here is the twist. Ogbonna, driven by an insatiable quest for power, thought this gesture meant he was back in the inner circle. He subsequently nominated his son for a political appointment in Otti's government. Can you imagine the audacity? After being a key figure in the opposition that fought Otti, he collected compensation and then tried to sneak his son into the new government. Governor Otti, however, flatly declined the request. Instead, he appointed another person from Ogbonna's old community. The statement claims this is the moment Ogbonna felt slighted, diminished, and broken. It was this rejection of his son's appointment that turned his thanks into tantrums and fantasies of fury. The government is painting a picture of a man who is not fighting for the good of Abia or Nnamdi Kanu, but a man who is fighting because he was denied a slice of the national cake for his family. It is a damning character assassination that frames his attacks as the cries of a man whose stomach agenda has been cut off. The statement goes further to attack Ogbonna's political track record, pointing out the hypocrisy in his claims. Ogbonna accused Otti of lacking capacity, yet the statement reminds the public that Otti defeated Ogbonna in his own polling unit, his own ward, and his own local government area during the elections. His PDP candidates lost woefully in his own backyard. They also accused him of inconsistency, noting that Ogbonna abandoned Atiku Abubakar less than 48 hours after the presidential election results were announced, despite making empty noise and boasting about the PDP candidate when the money was flowing. They are essentially calling him a fair-weather politician who follows the cash, which makes his current accusations against Otti ring hollow. They ask a poignant question. Is there anything more contradictory than accusing the governor of playing politics with Nnamdi Kanu, while simultaneously being angry that the governor is engaging the federal government to secure Kanu's freedom? There is also a fascinating detail about infrastructure politics in the statement. It appears Ogbonna attacked the governor for awarding the contract for the reconstruction of the badly broken Umuahia-Ikotpeni road. Ogbonna claimed the federal government had already awarded it, and therefore the state shouldn't touch it. The Abia government responded with disbelief, asking how any human being with a conscience could prefer that his people continue to suffer and die on a bad road just to deny the governor political capital. They described this as an evil mindset that has no place in the new Abia. This highlights the difference in philosophy. The old guard wants to play politics with development, while the new administration claims to prioritize the lives of the people regardless of who gets the credit. This rebuttal is significant because it draws a clear line between the old Abia, represented by Ogbonna, a politics of settlement, sharing public funds and personal appointments, and the new Abia, represented by Otti, which focuses on service, accountability, and infrastructure. The government is telling the public to disregard the distractions. They are saying that while Ogbonna is running around as an errand boy in the APC, trying to find relevance, Governor Otti is busy fixing the state and negotiating the most sensitive security issue in the region, the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The statement ends with a stern warning to Ogbonna to conduct himself honorably given his advanced age, advising him that he can pursue his stomach agenda without attacking the governor. It is a dressing down of epic proportions. But beyond the insults, the key takeaway for every Nigerian watching this is the confirmation of the governor's commitment to the Nnamdi Kanu cause. By explicitly stating that Kanu was the only subject of the Aso Rock meeting and that the outcome was positive, the Abia State Government has put its reputation on the line. They have confirmed that the diplomatic channel is open and functioning. This effectively kills the defection rumor for Mao. If Otti were planning to defect, his team would likely be more ambiguous. Instead, they have burned the bridge of speculation by declaring that he doesn't need to lobby anyone. This boldness suggests a governor who feels secure in his mandate and his performance. It also reassures the obedient movement and the Labour Party faithful that their only governor is not jumping ship, at least not yet. So as we digest this massive clapback, we must look at the bigger picture. The distraction of Chief Ogbonna has been swatted away, but the commission remains. The release of Nnamdi Kanu. Governor Otti has confirmed the meeting with TINUBU was fruitful. The ball is now in the president's court. The Sokoto visit was real. The Aso Rock meeting was real. And according to the Abia State Government, the only agenda was freedom, not defection. What do you think about the government's revelation regarding the Cocoa Plantation and the rejected appointment? Does it explain Chief Ogbonna's anger? And do you believe Governor Otti that the meeting was 100% about Nnamdi Kanu? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We'll keep tracking this story as the political drama in Abia continues to unfold.